Hello, welcome back. We're back for another album review. This album is Polo G's The GOAT from 2020. In my opinion, I don't know if this is my favorite album of his. I will be also reviewing 2019's Chosen One and also 2021's Hall of Fame. I will be reviewing both of those. But let's get into The GOAT. Okay, first song of the album, Don't Believe the Hype. A lot of people actually say this is one of their favorite songs of the album. For me, it's just not. It's still good, but it's not great by any means. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I thought it was very good, but not great. Now, the next song, Martin and Gina, actually with 90 million views, I gave it a 10 out of 10. I think it's one of Polo's best songs, not only on the album, but in general. It's phenomenal. The actual vocals, the flow, everything works. Flex. This is the one with Juice WRLD. Once again, phenomenal song. I think both Polo and Juice WRLD did phenomenal on the song. It's not great. It's not like a 10 out of 10. I gave it a 9, but it's still very good. The next one, Flex. No, that was Flex. Never mind. 21. This is one of his tribute songs to Juice. I thought it was phenomenal. There's nothing I could say. Just phenomenal. I gave it a 10 out of 10. Now, 33. 6 out of 10. I may get hate for that one, but I don't like it as much as some other people. I gave it a 6. I'm sorry. I know. I gave it a 10 out of 10. It's one of Polo's most heartfelt songs. It tells a beautiful story. The lyrics are some of the best of his entire career. It's just great. Arguably my favorite song of the entire album. Beautiful Pain. Once again, another phenomenal song. I gave it a 9 out of 10. It's not great. It's still very, very, very good. But there's just a couple tiny things that just don't give it a 10 for me. No matter what. Once again, another song I just didn't like. I gave it a 6. I'm sorry. I had to give it a 6. Okay. So the reason I gave it a 6 was... Okay. The reason I gave it a 6 was because... I mean, the music, the flow, the voice, nothing lined up with each other. It's kind of like how a couple songs were with my Lil Cedo review. Nothing was, like, really equal. None of it was really all in tune, and just didn't work that well. Next one is Be Something. A pretty decent song, not one of my favorites. I gave it a 7 out of 10. So, it's pretty decent. Relentless. Honestly, very underrated song of Polo's. I give it a 9 out of 10. The reason I say it's underrated is that it only has 6 million views on YouTube, which is a little insane because, I mean, it's arguably like a top 5 on this entire album. Chinatown, my least favorite song of the entire album. Once again, just like No Matter What, nothing clicked. The voice, the flow, the music, the beat, nothing was good in this entire song. I'm sorry, but it was trash. And I gave it a 5 out of 10. I didn't like it. Trials and Tribulations. I don't like this song as much as I wanted to. I wanted to give it a 9 out of 10. But I gave it an 8. Here's why. I just didn't like it that much. It was basically the same thing I had with Don't Believe the Hype. I feel like I had way too high of expectations, and it just didn't work out. Wishing for a Hero, 8 out of 10. I don't really got anything to say. And then actually, when I was making this list, I missed 3 songs. D&D, Go Stupid, and Heartless. I missed all 3 of those songs. So, D&D, I gave it an 8 out of 10. It was pretty decent. I don't think I've ever heard it before. Go Stupid, I gave it 10 out of 10. I think it's phenomenal. It's one of his most hyped songs. I just love it. And then Heartless, I gave it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Once again, it just has a very heartfelt story. That's all I gotta say. Okay, so this album had about 14 songs in total. No, actually 16 songs in total. And it was honestly a pretty good album. I gave it an 8.3 out of 10. Peace out.